Hi guys, welcome back to Driveway Builds. I just wanted to do a short video on the Multiair filter. I did a post on Instagram probably about 2 months ago now, and when I did that there's been a lot of people messaging me saying they didn't know I had a filter, asking me how to do it, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do it. So the tools you're going to need is just a little screwdriver, a flathead just to get some of the clips out. You're going to need a 10mm Allen key, and then just a 10mm socket. So to start off with, just going to unclip this little clip here. It's the breather that goes to the induction. Just move it out of the way. 10mm sockets down here. This is your cam belt cover. So the 10mm socket's just in there. Slide it off. There's a little clip at the bottom that holds it on at the bottom. Just make sure you get your nut bolt out. That's it there. And then on the inside of this cover here, we've got an extra cable that's just put in there just to keep it out of the way. Just pop it out like that. It's just held in by a few little clips. Careful not to damage the wire. There's your cover there. And then just down here at the bottom, right down there, you can see a little hex bolt. That is your actual multi-air filter. When you're undoing this, it shouldn't be very tight. I think the torque setting is 27 torques of Newton meters. It's quite pressurised, because as you're doing it you'll feel a lot of resistance. When you start to see it poking out the side like that, just need to put a cloth under there because there will be some oil coming out. Just an old rag or whatever you've got to hand. It's almost based on the suction, so as you pull it out, it makes like a little suction, and when you push it back in again, I'll show you in a minute. With this, I did this about 2 months ago, so you can see it's got a little bit of a build up in there. It's not too bad at the moment. I'm going to insert a little photo now of when I changed it, because I didn't clean it, I just put a new filter in. So I'm going to put a little picture in of what it looked like compared to the new one, and I don't think mine had been done for a very long time. I would recommend cleaning it every time you do a service. I normally do a service once a year, so probably about 4,000 to 5,000 miles, and then I'll be cleaning my multi-air filter every time I do that. So before we put this back in, I just wanted to share a little fun fact with you. That gap down there, if you're doing a service yourself, that's where your drip tray is going to be. And when I did my multi-air filter last time, I dropped this down into there, so I'm going to put a little video of that in there for a little laugh. So when you're putting this back in, just after you've cleaned it, I would use carb cleaner just to spray inside the little holes there on the sides. It's entirely up to you whether you want to change it every time you do it. They're about £25–30 each on, I think it's Car Parts for Less. So it's up to you whether you clean it every time, or maybe you clean it every 2 times and then replace it on the 3rd time. That's probably what I'm going to do, but it's entirely up to you. So when you put it back in, you just need to put it into the hole like that. You can see this blue stuff around the thread is kind of like a Loctite, so hence why I was saying earlier, you only need to do it to 27 Newton meters. You don't want to end up wrenching it in there too much, putting too much pressure on the filter. So you see that just popped in like that. Then you can just start winding it in. If you don't have a torque wrench to do it on the settings, then just nip it up. You don't need to put any kind of big pressure onto it. It's literally just a case of just nipping it up, and that Loctite will hold it in there. That's it. So the filter's back in, so we're just reversing what we did earlier. So this cable here, the lower one, just goes in. That is where the cable runs in, so you just got little clips around the side that just holds it in, and that's all you're doing, is just pushing it back into there. And then just pop the bottom in first. And then you've got your 10mm bolt, just goes back into this hole earlier. Again, doesn't need to be super tight, it's only just to hold the cover on. Pop this little wire back in, just press the clips together. Right, so that's done, and that's your multi-air filter done. Right guys, thanks for watching. If you found that video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.